There was a message that came through last night, and I usually just directly receive the message and record or sometimes write, but I was called to pull cards, a mix of tarot and oracle. And at the very center of this message, of this reading, is stoicism, and using whatever part of that definition and that practice that resonates with you as a way to move through and out of a very familiar cycle that you might be in right now. And that cycle that you're in is this continuous action of connecting with yourself, turning inward, focusing on manifestation, feeling your energy rise, manifestations coming in, attention being drawn towards you because of that, going back and forth between internal and external validation, sometimes then losing things, people, places, being hurt by reactions to what happens when you're in that manifestation mode and things start to come in and you're in alignment and you see how people change in response to how you've changed. And you've done this over and over and over again, and there's a bit of grief here, a little bit of reluctance. I wouldn't say resistance, but reluctance to doing it again, because you might be like, well, what else is there for me to lose? Who else is there for me to let go of? I've done it time and time again. At this point, I'm doing many things alone. And I think that is the point, but it's also not for long. So the first card that actually came out was the Magician. Number 1, I, the Magician. You are really in that mode right now of understanding that you have power and really harnessing it. And what helps you refuel after you've sort of aligned your attention and focused on what it is you want to bring into your experience and create is getting out in nature and moving your body. So those two things are going to keep helping you refresh your energy. I think maybe some of you need to just hear that reminder. Because also, as I said, and as you've experienced, people are turning their attention towards you as you get really focused, get really mindful, right? It's a very magnetic energy. Being the Magician is magnetizing, right? And then Stoicism came out right after that. So make sure that you're using this time outside or this time moving your body to refresh your energy, but also to help you connect with yourself and to get really clear about what is important to you and what is not, to think about what you can control and what you can't, which is sort of the pinnacle of the Stoicism teachings. But there's a lot in there, so I encourage you to look it up and again, see what resonates with you, because whatever resonates with you is going to be a tool for you to use to move out of this cycle or move out of this reluctance so you can move to the next level. What came out next was Your Soul Shines. This is from the Sacred Creators Oracle deck by Chris Ann. Your soul shines in external validation. And as I pulled tarot to clarify, on Your Soul Shines, I got the 7 of Wands in reverse. And that came up and spoke to me as there is nothing to defend. When you get in this mode and you're really creating and you're really shining, there's nothing to say. You can't put that light back in the box. The sun just shines, doesn't apologize. So there's nothing to defend. There's nothing to be like, oh, well, I'm sorry you feel a certain way because I set a goal and I put in work and I got that goal. That's where you're at. It's not in a rude way. It's just there's nothing to defend. You do the work, and you have been. I also got the 4 of Wands. This cycle that you're in, even though you've done it many, many times, it actually stabilizes you. Taking these moments throughout your, let's say, year to really focus in and lock in and do your practices, really focus on your body or connecting with nature. They really do. They make your soul shine, but they give you a sense of internal stability. And it's something to celebrate in case you are not or haven't already. Next to that is external validation. And I pulled 2 cards. And even off of the card itself, there's actually a set of headphones right around a symbol of sort of light shining outwards. So that soul shine. And immediately I saw this visual of sort of the angel and the devil in one ear and in the other. And then I, of course, got, to clarify through the tarot, the devil card and the Ace of Cups. With this external validation, it's like it can go one of 2 ways, right? It's very tempting to get addicted to people giving you praise for what you're doing, no matter where it comes from. It could be baseless. It could be just because people want to align with you because they see that you're shining or good things are coming in. We know it's not always because they see your light and they are attracted to it because they are living in their own light. So there's either turning your attention to the external validation, or there's turning away from it and towards internal validation. The Ace of Cups, self-love, is what I really get with that. On this card, I really see the bird diving into the cup and the cup flowing over. It's overflow of love as you turn your attention to the ability to pour into yourself. To round out this first part of the reading and of the understanding of the cycle is grief. Sort of fell out on the same line of like magician, stoicism, grief. Kind of seems like if you zoom out, that's what happens. That's the crux of the cycle. I manifest, I kind of tune some things out, I focus on what I control, I let go of what else doesn't, I focus on building character, like I raise my vibration, I do the work, and then I lose things and people and situations, and I have to grow out of my old life and my old identity. But the grief card here, this is from the Soul's Journey deck, says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And to clarify this, I have the Queen of Swords. There's a bird that is flying over the Queen's crown. And that to me, again, says bird's eye view. It's the higher perspective. You've done this cycle enough now that the grief isn't going to tear you down, but you're sitting very firmly in your throne. You're sitting very firmly in your ability to move through this cycle. And if you're not, that's your reminder that you can sit in it, that you can move through it. You can hold your sword of truth. The other palm of the Queen of Swords is open. It's a gesture. You can handle what comes next. You've gained a lot of wisdom already, so you don't really have to get stuck in this grief of like, this question of what else can I lose? Don't think of it that way. Be the one who sits in the wisdom, who is also open to gaining more of it and to having more life experience, to understanding that you are unburdened with everything that you've let go. So your manifestations can get bigger, they can get richer. Also a reminder too, just be careful with that external validation. Don't get caught up in it. When it starts to feel like you're getting a lot of attention, not that you have to shy away from it, see if you can use it as a reminder to pour back into yourself. So you stay grounded and you stay within your own lane. Something felt missing because I understood all of that. What the cycle is, what the guidance is, how to sort of move away from that grief. But there felt like, again, this like still reluctance. It's almost like, yeah, I know that cognitively. I know cognitively, I've been through this before. I'm strong, I've got wisdom. There's a bit of a so what? Why would I keep doing this? Or how can I stop? How can this change? I pulled from my personal oracle deck the card, Brighten Your Own Future. The way that you can move out of this version of a cycle, and what I'm actually seeing right now in my mind's eye is that the cycle expands. It includes and involves more things, people, places, experiences, in a good way. So one way you can do this is to really visualize your expansion, to start thinking backwards from your future self and start making the decisions about how you want to manifest and how you want to move and connect to yourself from that future vision. Work backwards. Create a definition of what your 6 month or 1 year or 2 year, 3 year, whatever version of your future self is, and then ask yourself what that version of yourself would be doing now. That's going to expand the cycle and move you out of this loop. It's going to help you release resistance because you won't be moving from the identity that you currently sit in. You'll be moving from your expanded identity. To clarify that, I pulled another Soul's Journey card, and it was love. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So it's another way, I think, to counteract sort of the grief of it. Take time, take moments to accept and acknowledge like just the beauty of your journey, the things that don't trigger you anymore, the ways that you've grown, that just like your wisdom, your light. It's really beautiful. It's like really, I can see it and I can feel it, and it's like, it gives me chills and it's heartwarming. But also I think this card comes up to say, you're going to be able to fall in love with life in a different or deeper way once you expand and brighten your vision and your sense of self based on your future self. To close this out, one more Soul's Journey card that came out was change, right? So just a confirmation, things are going to change. It says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And to clarify, of course, with the tarot, I got the World. It's the end of this cycle. So if you've been feeling like, I can't do this again, maybe can you do it one more time? Come from the perspective of your future self. Zoom out so that you can zoom back in, and things are going to change. You're going to close out this way of being. Things are going to expand and get really good. I think your soul is going to shine. I think love is going to expand in your life, and you're going to get a lot more confidence and wisdom and your ability to create not just what you want, but like big, beautiful things in your life, sort of more than you bargained for in the best way. So this is just a little support, encouragement, reminder, and I hope that it was helpful.